Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. The mainstream media keeps saying there's no there's no evidence. Actually, Lauren Boebert was just on the Dan Abrams live show on News Nation, where he suggested the exact same thing.
But there's no evidence to suggest that Joe Biden was compromised. I mean, the big guy stuff came from one person.
He said there's no evidence that Joe Biden is compromised or that Hunter Biden was running an illegal influence peddling scheme, selling access to the vice presidency, which honestly for me gets pretty damn frustrating. After everything we've covered, after everything we've seen, the amount of bombshell revelations, evidence, actual emails, suggesting that Joe Biden was directly involved in his son Hunter's business dealings abroad during his time as Vice President of the United States, you would think these mainstream media people would be paying attention. Again, there's only two possible options. Either these mainstream media people are uninformed, uninterested, refuse to do basic research and just pay attention to what's going on. In other words, they're completely ignorant, or they're bought and paid for shills who are paid to keep their mouths shut and stay ignorant. Simply push the globalist mainstream media narrative and not ask questions. How much more evidence must we present? What was it, last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, we got our hands on an email where Joe Biden specifically, by name, Joe Biden, was directly named in an email to Hunter Biden and his associates related to a massive multi-million-dollar deal involving a Chinese energy firm. You know, that same business deal that Joe Biden claimed he wasn't aware of? You know, the same business deal that he called Hunter Biden over and told him specifically, "I think you're in the clear"?
Hey, pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. Just want to talk to you. I thought the article, at least the thing online, is going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, is good. I think you're clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love it.
Well, that was last week's apparent non-evidence that the mainstream media continues to ignore. This week, we have yet again another email, this time suggesting that Hunter Biden might have been dealing in classified information relating to Ukraine and the government's Ukraine policy. And so I guess we're just going to add it to the list, plus some other revelations and possible bombshells as GarageGate continues to explode. Even the left-wing mainstream media and certain Democrat advisors and actors are now admitting that Hunter Biden is in some serious hot water. Let me update you guys on everything. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we got this reporting right over here from the Gateway Pundit. You know, the Gateway Pundit isn't perfect. They can sometimes be a little bit misleading with the clickbait at certain points, but for the most part, the Gateway Pundit hits hard with some of the best pieces. Exclusive, third Hunter Biden email from laptop with classified information uncovered. Classified White House conference call shared with Hunter's Ukrainian business partners, and several more are coming. The Biden crime family made millions in Ukraine performing nefarious and criminal activities, including espionage. The Gateway Pundit reported on Thursday that the Bidens were using classified information to the benefit of the Hunter Biden family business. Miranda Devine from the New York Post provided one email that appeared to include classified material from the US government. One striking email during this period stands out. It was from Hunter to Archer on April 13th, 2014, a week before Joe Biden visited Ukraine to meet then Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk, and refers to "my guy's upcoming travel." Oh, I wonder who that could be. For Hunter, it was an uncharacteristically lengthy email listing 22 points about Ukraine's political situation, with detailed information about the upcoming election and predicting an escalation of Russia's destabilization campaign, which could lead to a full-scale takeover of the eastern region, most critically the region of Donetsk, or otherwise known as Donbas, the Donbas region. The strategic value is to create a land bridge for Russia to Crimea that won't directly affect Burisma Holdings, but it will limit further UK exploration and utilization of offshore opportunities in particular. It will also result in further destabilization of UK nationally and for whatever government is in power, and the US will respond with even stronger sanctions. Those sanctions will threaten the tenuous support of the EU, which does not have the political will to incur steep energy price increases. Point 22, Hunter instructed Archer to, quote, buy a burner phone, presumably to keep their their conversations private. Buy a cell phone from a 7-Eleven or a CVS tomorrow, and I'll do the same. It's a prescient and very well-informed email, unlike anything else Hunter wrote in the 9 years covered in the laptop, and it has the distinct flavor of an official briefing, perhaps even a classified one. And before we get to the newly discovered email, I know it's taking some time, but bear with me, there's some extra context added here. It's also important to note that this picture right over here was found on Hunter Biden's laptop. A photograph from the exact same home that Hunter Biden was renting for $50,000 a month, where his father's Corvette was, where all those classified documents were found. A photo on Hunter Biden's laptop of a file box written important docs plus photos. So the evidence is really starting to pile up. And now here is the new email. From Eric D. Schruen, a familiar name that we've covered before. This is one of Hunter Biden's closest friends and business associates to Hunter Biden. Subject title: Vice President Biden Trip Briefing. Related to Ukraine when Hunter Biden was working there at Burisma, and when Joe Biden was the White House Ukraine liaison, essentially in charge of Ukrainian foreign policy, and making regular trips to Ukraine and meeting with Hunter Biden's Ukrainian business partners in April of 2015. Dear all, this morning the White House hosted a conference call regarding the Vice President's upcoming trip to Ukraine. Attached is a memo from the Blue Star Strategies team with the minutes of the call, which outlined the trip's agenda and addressed several questions regarding U.S. policy towards Ukraine. We hope this is helpful. Please let us know if you have any questions. Best, the Blue Star team. And Joe Hoff from the Gateway Pundit that continues, here are the problems with what was uncovered in this email. The attachment in the email was a memo of a White House conference call, which is classified and therefore would be illegal to share. The way it's worded, it appears that this was not the first time that Blue Star Strategies received classified information like this. The memo was attached regarding Joe Biden's trip to Ukraine, which implicates Joe Biden in the sharing of classified information, and the information not only includes Biden's trip agenda, but the Biden/Obama policy on Ukraine. This email was provided to Burisma, a foreign entity. Supposedly, what Joe Hoft is suggesting is that this is espionage. Now, I don't know. I'm showing you what the Gateway Pundit is reporting, and I certainly have my suspicions. But again, the no evidence crowd becomes less and less credible each and every single day as more evidence, whether circumstantial or smoking gun in some cases, it continues to pile up and paint this picture. All these puzzle pieces slowly coming together and painting a picture of corruption, influence peddling, and now even worse, possible selling of American classified information and documents. And to make matters worse for Joe Biden, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Republican Representative James Comer, is now suggesting that the FBI has possibly found notebooks with potential classified information at Biden's home. To use the mainstream media's favorite little phrase in their constant attacks on Donald Trump,
the walls are closing in.
The wall's closing in.
The wall's closing in.
The walls seem to be closing in on the Biden influence racket. In fact, it's getting so bad for Joe Biden that now even Democrats are admitting that this guy is done. Ex-Clinton advisor is now saying that the Hunter element to Biden's classified documents scandal will knock him out of the 2024 race. And absolutely it should. Again, this whole thing has nothing to do with Hunter Biden. The focal point, the focus should be Joe. He is the nucleus. He's at the center of all of it. And the more emails we get access to, the more information we get access to, and the more classified documents they find. Like I keep saying, I don't think we're done. There's still over 1,800 documents left in his archives, and digital documents stored on his hard drives that the FBI has yet to take a look at. The more information that drops, the more sketchy it all seems. And that link between Hunter Biden's business dealings and GarageGate, this classified document scandal involving the Bidens, well, the equation of it, both of those together, in my opinion, equals one thing: unfit and untrustworthy, cannot be president. And that's on top of the fact that the guy has literal dementia. That's my opinion, and it seems as though even a Clinton advisor, a Democrat, agrees. That's what I got for you guys. That's all the new information. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.